Here's a highlight from a recent episode of Booked on Rock. Our guest is Jim Newton. He's the author of the new book, Here Beside the Rising Tide, Jerry Garcia, The Grateful Dead, and An American Awakening. There are a couple painful moments in Jerry's life early on that maybe casual fans listening may not know the specifics about. So just if you could talk about, one, the loss of his finger, and the other, the emotional loss with the sudden death of his father.
Two very traumatic episodes in back-to-back summers for very young Jerry Garcia. In the first, he was in the mountains in Santa Cruz at a cabin that his family often vacationed in, and he and his brother were playing around, chopping wood, his older brother. And Jerry Garcia was putting up little pieces of kindling on a wooden sawhorse, and his brother was chopping them into smaller pieces. And they were playing around with it, and his brother accidentally chopped Jerry's finger off. His mother, who had been a nurse, tried to wrap it and rush him to a hospital, but they were a long way away, and he lost his finger. Of course, we all know him now as iconically missing that middle finger of one hand. Yeah, not a great start for a guitar player, obviously, but fortunately for him and for all the rest of us, it was not of his fretting hand. It was his right hand, not his left hand. And so he learned to play the guitar without the finger. He didn't ever have to adjust to not having a finger. But all of that, of course, is in the future. In the moment, he's a 4-year-old boy who's just had his finger chopped off. And so obviously a very rattling moment for him. And then the far more traumatic moment the following summer, he and his mother and father were up on a fishing trip in Northern California, and his father went out to fish, slipped on a rock, and drowned. A little bit of confusion of memory as to whether Jerry actually witnessed him drowning, but whether or not that's the case, from that point forward, obviously he didn't have a father. His mother was overwhelmed by the challenge of trying to raise him and his brothers, so she turned the brothers over to their grandparents. So he was separated from both his mother and his father for a period. He developed asthma. It was a very difficult young life for Jerry.